We are good.
Awesome.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Melissa. Go ahead and start us off.
Awesome. Well, welcome everybody. So glad you guys are jumping on tonight. You are in for a treat. My name is Melissa Corbin, and I am with Xyngular. And tonight we're going to share with you just a little bit about what this is all about. You may have been seeing some things going around on Facebook, whether it was a before and after, or maybe you saw somebody that just looked like they felt good. And I will tell you right now, there are so many people out there that are wanting to be a part of something. They're needing some community. So guess what we have to do right now? We got to turn to our devices, whether you're picking up your phone to call people, or you're getting onto Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest and you're scrolling through and getting ideas. You may have seen some things that pique your interest. So we're glad you're here tonight to learn a little bit about what you may have seen. And I am going to pass it on over to my amazing friend, Melissa Adams. I am from Texas, but she is from the great state of Georgia. So Melissa, why don't you kick us off and tell us a little bit about what this is all about, and welcome everybody tonight.
Sure, I would love to. And again, like she said, that chat button that's down there is either on your computer or on your cell phone. That is going to be the way that you communicate. If you have any questions, make sure you put them in there. We've got several people that are watching, and we want to make sure we answer all of your questions. But I will just tell you, if the quarantine has got you down, this is going to be your escape for the next half hour. We have something to be so excited about. We have a way for you to come out of this quarantine better than you were when you went into it. So again, we want you just to sit back and just take it all in. We are going to give away some prizes. So just be waiting for that. You'll find out how to do that in just a little while. And you could either leave with just a prize, or you can leave having made the decision to completely change your life. I certainly did when I made this decision. I was in a really bad place when I decided to jump in with this, and it took me a little bit of convincing because I had tried it all. I had done every diet known to man that had been out, including gastric bypass surgery. They told me that was going to be the thing that made me skinny forever, and it wasn't. I figured out a way to manipulate that. And now Xyngular came into my life, and boy, was I skeptical. I was just like so many of you, very, not thinking that just a little box was going to change my life, but it sure did. I lost 12.5 pounds and 11 inches in my first 8 days, went on to lose 43 pounds in the first 4.5 months. I've kept it off for almost 5 years. And if I had not lost 1 pound, it would have been worth 10 times what I paid for, because we are a wellness company that is known for the weight loss. And that's what I love about it, is so much more than just what you see on the outside. It changes you from the inside out. And that is what I'm really excited about. I don't know how many of you were habitual dieters or are habitual dieters. Raise your hand. If you've tried more than 2 diets in your life, raise your hand. Because that was, this is the thing that was the last diet you'll ever start, for sure. So I want to turn that ringing off somehow of people chiming in when they pop in. And I want to go ahead and turn it over to one of my good friends, and she is actually from the great state of South Carolina, and she's going to tell us her story. And Debbie Rice, I'm going to unmute you and want you to go ahead and just tell a little bit about you.
All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Rice. I live in Sumter, South Carolina, and I started my journey back in September of 19. And my 8-day story is I lost 5 pounds and 12.5 inches in 8 days, and I felt fantastic. I don't really get on the scale a lot. I go by my how my clothes fit, and I'm in a size 8 skinny jean now. So I feel great, along with I'm diabetic, and I'm a sugar addict. My mom raised us as sugarholics, and the two don't mix. And from about day 3, I didn't have any sugar cravings, and I still don't. And that, to me, is the biggest thing of all. And along with that, I've dropped medications and I've reduced medications, and I'm so happy that all this happened before the virus hit, because I'd be really scared otherwise. I have a great outlook on life. I have a passion for what I do. I love to help people, and I just like people to get healthy and all facets of their life, mentally, physically, emotionally, and this product can do that like no other. In your first week, you'll be like, wow, what's happening to me? Why didn't I do this sooner? That we hear that over and over and over again. My favorite product, it's hard to choose just one, but I'd have to say Zing, because it's our energy in a bottle. And it just makes me want to tear through the house and turn it upside down and clean it. So it's good, healthy energy, and I love it as well as all the others. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, we're so glad that you shared that with us tonight, and you're also getting your products paid for now, aren't you?
I sure am. That's a
Love that part of it. Yes, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Thank you, Debbie, for jumping on. I'm going to go ahead and have one more person tell you their story, because I think stories, when we share stories, it's so powerful. It really, these are real people having real results, and they're no different than you and I. So Karen Kinsey is, I love her story because she watched for a long time before she jumped in. And I want her to jump in and tell her story. So Karen, and she's also from the great state of South Carolina.
Hey everybody, I'm Karen Kinsey. I'm a silver manager with Xyngular, and back in August of 2019 is when I finally took the plunge and jumped in and started Xyngular. I lost 11 pounds and 18.5 inches in my first 8 days, and 6 of those inches came off of my waist alone. I was blown away at my results, y'all. I could not believe it. Ask Melissa, I was jumping up and down, hooping and hollering. Now, as of today, I've lost 24 pounds and 34 inches. I have tons of energy. I sleep better at night. My anxiety is low and my stress is low. My joints don't hurt, and I feel amazing. And not only have I lost weight, y'all, I dealt with adult acne for years and years. And after my first 8 days, y'all, all of it was gone. I was amazed at what these products had done for me. And another big bonus, some of y'all don't know, but about 9 years ago, I got in a car accident. I actually T-boned a lady, and it caused a lot of pain in my lower back and my hips. And most mornings I couldn't get up out the bed, y'all. I was in pain, I was stiff, I was sore. One morning I remember having to roll out the bed, and that's pretty sad when you're, dealing with pain. But anyway, after I started taking the products, Global Blend was my favorite because it helped me with all that. I was getting out of the bed with no problem after I started taking the products. So these products have been a lifesaver for me, and I won't go a day without them at all. Y'all, Xyngular has definitely changed my life, and I don't know where I'd be without it. So thanks to Melissa for finally getting me off the fence. And don't wait, guys. That's my biggest regret, was waiting. That's my story. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, Karen. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. And the thing that's amazing is every pound you lose takes 4 pounds of pressure off of your joints. So, that these products help you lose so much, help you lose the weight to where it takes all those pressures off your back and your knees and, all of your other joints. So I love that part. And I'm so, so excited that you are able, and I knew her before, and she was, she would say that she hurt all the time, and now that that pressure's off, that's fantastic. I'm so excited for her. But I'm excited to introduce our next person, and she is going to tell you about all of these products that these ladies have been talking about and how amazing they are and what they could do for you. And this is one of my dear friends, and she comes to us from Nashville, Tennessee. And I want to introduce to you Lisa Gardner, and she is, you there? I'm muting her now, I hope.
I'm here.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me now? Miss that guy. I miss that guy's commercials. Hi, everybody. I am Lisa Gardner from Nashville, Tennessee. I have been with Xyngular for 7 years, and I had never done anything like this before, ever. I didn't even know there was such a thing. But a friend called me and shared with me she'd lost 70 pounds in 7 months. I knew her really well in her story, and I was sold, especially when she said there was a money back guarantee, because she was my friend that had tried it all. This is me at the age of 42 when I got started. Everybody was always asking me when I was due. And yeah, it was a weekly thing. I was like, due to punch you in the throat any second. And so anyway, Xyngular has helped me lose 37 pounds in 60 days. I lost 8 pounds, 8 inches in 8 days. And my after picture is me now at 49 years old. And I am so thankful that for the friend that shared it with me. So I get to be the one that gets to share these amazing products with you. And we, our company, as Melissa said, we are a wellness company, but we are known for our weight loss results because nobody else can do what we do. And in part, that is because we have award-winning products. And our products are not loaded up with stimulants and caffeine. That's one of the things I love about it. They're all plant and root based. They are good things to put in your body. They are not going to make you feel jittery. They're not going to make your heart race. They are going to improve your health, not harm your health in any way. And so here are some of my favorites, and we do have systems that Melissa will go over a little bit later. I'll touch on those, but these are some of my favorites. Resist is our newest one, and this is like a Starburst fruit chew. There is nothing else out there on the market, and this will kill your appetite. How many of you have been laying on the couch just eating because of the quarantine situation, stress eating? This, you just chew it up and it's like a treat and it kills your appetite. I know it was funny when my friend called me to share this with me. I was literally laying on the couch with my pants undone, like a pop can of biscuits. There was little Caesars on the table, some wine, and some of those Dove chocolates you can get at Publix for buy one, get one. You know, you always have to get 2 if it's buy one, get one. So anyway, it was like the universe called and was rescuing me from myself. Speaking of stress eating, XR2, this will help your brain relax. It helps with balancing cortisol stress levels. I don't know if any of you guys wake up in the morning and you're just mad. You're mad at your family. You're mad. You don't even know why you're mad. You're slamming all the things, whatever. This takes that away. It's like having a glass of wine without the wine. You can have it right before you go to bed and you're going to get a better night's sleep. You can have it in the morning with your coffee and nobody's going to look at you sideways. You're going to like people more. They're going to like you more, and it's going to burn a lot of belly fat. But I know none of y'all are struggling with any of those things, right? And Zing is probably our #1 reordered product. This is our energy supplement. It helps with mood, mental clarity, focus. They probably could have made 5 different supplements, but they put it all in one. We call it marriage counseling in a bottle, motivation in a bottle. I mean, this will change your life. It also helps your fat cells open up and release, something I could never do before this. And our award-winning trim sticks. These won out of every company in the store and in our own market, and it keeps you in fat burning mode. All of our products taste good, y'all. Even our shakes. I've had people sign up just because of the taste of the shakes. Y'all have had some crunchy shakes out there before, right? Felt like dirt and sticks. I was like, yeah, I'm going to lose weight. I'm not going to drink that. Thank you. But no, this actually tastes like vanilla birthday cake, only 50 calories, no carbs. And it tastes like vanilla cake. I think I already said that. But anyway, they're really yummy. My 9-year-old daughter, when I got started, switched out her sugary cereals for our shake. And she is, any of you guys got painfully picky kids that just won't eat if it's weird, thick, whatever. She actually loves those. She's been drinking them now forever. And so here's our systems right behind here. We have a core and an ignite. and our Ultimate. These are the 3 best systems to get started with. We do have a trio option that is 3 weight loss products that will help your metabolism. It does have the #1 fat burner on the market that is stimulant and caffeine free. It has our shake and it has our trim sticks. That's 3 weight loss products. And then our core kit is 5 weight loss products that will also help with energy because it has the Zing in there. And then our Ignite and Ultimate, if you are suffering with cortisol stress levels, stress and stress eating, I don't know, y'all. I can't tell you how many times I was in the pantry eating Twizzlers, hiding from the kids because they'd want some. I'm not anymore, it takes away. But the Ignite Ultimate have the supplements that help with hormones. Any of you got hormone issues, or is it just me? Yeah, right? I'll ask your family. They can tell me if you have hormone issues. But the Ignite Ultimate, they have the products that help with those hormonal issues, that help with stress and stress eating and cortisol belly fat issues, that help with inflammation. And I think that was it. And the stress and stress eating. And I know the Ultimate, the Big Daddy, if you can get that one, get that one. You will get the best results because it addresses all 15 points of weight loss failure. I, for one, was suffering with all 15, and it showed. I needed all the help I could get. You're gonna get the most for your money, and they also give you a $100 voucher to use on a reorder. So if you're gonna split it with somebody, you definitely wanna get started with that one. But you're gonna get some great freebies too. I'm so jealous. Those are not for current members. I wish I was a new one, but Melissa will fill you in on all that, show you a graphic, and I will tell you, I did not even know that I could help people with this. I didn't know what network marketing was until I took my first trip with the company, and I learned it was a thing you could do. And so your friends will want it, you know, they love us, but they don't want us looking better and feeling better than they do and losing weight without them. And I've not only gotten all my products paid for, I've just stuck with it over 7 years, helped lots and lots of friends. It was nothing I set out to do. The products speak for themselves. And now at this point, you know, I'm so grateful because even if we didn't have any government assistance, we can totally pay for all of our bills plus more just on the income I make with Xyngular. So thank you guys for putting up with me, and I hope that was helpful. Melissa will fill you in on all the rest, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the stories.
Hey, okay. I was thinking that you were going to just take over and introduce Rhonda. I want to have, that's okay. It's all good. This is a dear friend of mine, and like Lisa was saying, like this comes with an opportunity where it can be a plan B. It can supplement your income and just give you just a little bit more than, you know, for these times like this, you know, where you don't have to worry if the job's going away and stuff like that. But Rhonda Smith has been with Xyngular for about 3 years. She is here with me in the great state of Georgia, and I asked her if she would hop on and talk about her business story with this. Like most of us, you know, with me, I started just for the weight loss, but it became so much more, just like a lot of us. So Rhonda, do you mind sharing?
Not at all. Hey guys, I'm so excited about being on here with you tonight and to share my business story with you. Like Melissa said, I got started with Xyngular a little over 3 years ago. I started because I needed to lose weight and I wanted to feel better. So after my first 8 days, I knew that I did not ever want to be a day without these products. I'm a teacher. I'd had 6 surgeries the year before I started, so I had a lot of medical bills that I needed to pay off. And I started sharing just to get my products paid for. So 5 days after I started sharing, I had my Ultimate kit paid for. I earned over $1,000 my first month after I started. I was able, each month after that, I was able to pay off medical bills. Within my first year, I had all my medical bills paid off. I had my car paid off early. The next year, my daughter got married, and I was able to pay cash for her whole entire wedding, which was huge because we had no savings at all. So I was able to do that on a part-time basis while I was teaching. So after 2 years, I was able to leave my teaching position and to do this full time. So I love this company. I love what it stands for. I love the fact that it pays daily. Like I said, I was a teacher. I got paid once a month. Well, with Xyngular, you get paid every day. So that is a huge, huge blessing. I just wanted to let you know that if you know, you're on the fence, jump off. Come join us. The company is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. It's just like gaining a whole new family. I love this company so much. So thank you for letting me share a little bit about me. And now we're actually going to do a little giveaway. We're going to be giving away a $25 Amazon gift card. Yay. So if you are a guest, you're going to text your name and who invited you to a number that I'll give you in just a moment. Well, Melissa has it on the screen now. And if you're a member, you need to text your name and who your coach is. So the number is 770-625-1400. And thank you so much for letting me be on here with you guys tonight.
Thanks, girl. And it's 265. I think you got those numbers mixed up. And if somebody would drop that in the chat, that would be fantastic. And that way you can, if you didn't get it just then, you can go ahead and just start sending text messages. My phone's already going off, I'm just saying. So thank you so much, Rhonda. And I am so excited to introduce this precious friend of mine. Her and I have traveled the world together. We went to Dubai together, and we have been to so many places, and she has become just so precious to me. And that's one of the things that, you know, when you get into this, it's just a community of people, and you get to meet people that you would have never been able to meet otherwise, and you get to form relationships and just be the best of friends with people. But this beautiful lady, her smile is as big as the state that she's from. This is Melissa Corbin, and she is from the great state of Texas, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about the business opportunity because she has been very successful with it.
Well, thank you so much, Melissa. I love being on these amazing video conferencing things with Melissa's, because guess what? I don't forget who I am, and I don't forget their name either. So anyways, thank you for letting me jump on. I just wanted to tell you guys, this is so simple. Oh my gosh. Our model when it comes to business is so simple. So a little bit about me. I am from Texas. I'm married to a cowboy, and yes, here where I'm at, everybody has horses. Not really, but there's a lot of people with horses. We do have horses. But besides that, I actually was a banker. So I was a banker for 10 years prior to Xyngular, and I got to get some water. Sorry about that. I love my little cup because it reminds me that I'm a hope giver. And that's one thing I always wanted to be. I always wanted to help people. And so as a banker, I helped people with their finances, right? But I also was struggling with my wellness, with my weight loss. I had a car accident. I wasn't really able to exercise. I had a very stressful job, and I was doing a lot of things. And so when I started with our company, with Xyngular, I initially just thought, oh, I need some energy. I need some weight loss. I want some wellness. But I quickly saw that this was so simple and that people needed health. They needed some weight loss, and we had a product that worked. So this is what's so crazy is that my whole I started sharing my story, but it started blowing up for me. I had friends actually stopping me in the grocery store saying, what are you doing? And then I started telling people a little bit more. I started sharing my story and my before and after picture. And before I knew it, all of these people were like, well, we want to do what you're doing. And it was so simple because I would get them started using some of our products. They would start having results, and then they would start sharing their story with people. And that's how simple it is, because we have amazing stories we can share, not only of each other's stories, but many of you guys, like you said, have been on your phones lately, right? You probably saw somebody's before and after picture, or you heard your friend talking about feeling better, and you checked out a testimony page. Well, that's how simple this is. we invite people to our testimony page. And there's hundreds of thousands of people online. There's hundreds of thousands of people on Facebook and on Instagram and things like that. And they see these stories and they want to know what it is. And so you do all of our sharing. All you have to have really is a phone, right? And we use our cell phones. You don't have to even have a computer. You don't honestly even have to have Wi-Fi, because you can use data to share information. We have no overhead. You don't have to store an inventory. Everything comes straight from our company. And so our company does all of the shipping. They do all of the, they store the inventory. They send things out. You are able to refer people through a personalized link that you get. And it is so simple. Like it's so simple. Honestly, you guys could do this in your sleep. You could do this and I laugh now because a lot of times I'm on the back of a horse helping my husband, or we're at an event, doing stuff with our kids, and I'm able to share about this from right on the back of my horse. It's so simple. And I love too that now I don't have to get dressed up. I don't have to worry about fighting traffic. I don't have to worry about going in and wearing hose and a nice suit. Believe it or not, you guys, I have a t-shirt under this jacket. I just wanted to look nice for y'all. So I put on my jacket. But that's what this is. It's so simple because we can do it from our phones. And everybody probably has a phone right now. I know in our household, even my 10-year-old daughter has a cell phone right now. So the other great thing is that you can get started for less than $200. So we have our referring member is $49.95, and then of course you want to use some of our products. So we'll either customize it for you, or we'll show you these amazing products that we have with our specials, and you can get a bunch of stuff for free even tonight if you get started. But we'll help you. And what's crazy is you can do this for less than a $200 investment. Now, that's not always going to get you to your goal when it comes to the wellness and weight loss. So remember, you might want to look at some of the other packages, especially that detox one that Lisa was talking about with the inflammation and hormones, right? How many people, that are struggling with that? But just like Rhonda said, you can get paid every single day. I know when my husband and I at our first job, so we were getting paid every week, we thought we'd died on to heaven because we had been struggling through college, eating, canned beans and ramen noodles and getting paid maybe once a month for stuff. So that was amazing. But to think about with Xyngular, the possibilities, if you were to get paid every single day, yes. And even if it's only $10, think about that. When I started, I shared with about 9 people, and I actually had 6 of those people say, yes, we want to do something. And they got started, and I actually ended up making over $500, and it paid for my first kit. I was ecstatic. The next month I did the same thing, and I actually made up $1,000 because some of those gals, those 6, they started sharing their stories. Well, the third month I made $1,800, and I had to really think about, what job do you have? What job had I ever had that I could triple my income in 3 months doing the same thing? I didn't have to go out and pay for extra schooling. I didn't have to go out and take a promotion and work, more hours. I just did the same exact thing. And it was simple. It was easy. Anybody could do it. And that's what I absolutely love. So I want you to think about it. Think about the possibilities. And right now, we really have a choice to make. A lot of times we're thinking about, well, what is the worst that can happen? Right? We're thinking about, well, what's the worst that can happen if I do something? What's the worst that can happen if I buy this kit, have a 45-day money back guarantee? Well, the worst thing that can happen is I don't lose any weight and I send it back, get my money back, right? That's what you can think. But guess what? You need to think. You need to change that just a little. And you need to think about, what is the best that could happen? What is the best that can happen? I could get this kit. I could lose 15 pounds in 8 days, which is on the high end of the average, but that all of the program. And then I have all my friends, my mom, my sister, my neighbor, everybody's going to want to do this with me. I can get my kits paid for. And then who knows, within 3.5 years, you might be sitting in the same seat I was. And I looked up and I was getting recognized for being a $1 million earner with our company. And I can tell you, there is no way in the banking industry I could have ever made $1 million in 3.5 years, ever, without doing some money laundering or something illegal, which I'm not that kind of a person at all. So I was so ecstatic that I said yes. And I want you to really think about that tonight. What is the best that could happen? because these are the ladies to lock arms with. We are the company. We're on the forefront of technology when it comes to health. We have the best compensation plan out there. I would put it up against anything as a banker. That's one thing that I absolutely love is talking numbers. So if you ever have specific questions, please talk with one of us. We can get you more details. But all you got to know right now is you just have a question, or you just have a question to ask yourself. And the one thing I want you to think about is the possibilities and what is the best that could happen. Because really, that's up to you. So I'm going to pass this back on over to Melissa Adams, and she can share with you a little bit more about overall what we have tonight for you being on with us.
Thank you so much, Melissa, and thank you everybody who shared with us tonight. The referral part of this changed my life as well. And just the first month before my credit card statement came in, I was able to recoup what I paid out. And I didn't want a business. I was working 60 hours a week when I started, but like so many people said, you can't help but tell people what you have. It's that good. You want to shout it from the rooftops, because I feel like I feel like I regressed 20 years and I got back 20 years of my life. I felt like I was in my 30s again. And, you know, I felt better than I had felt in so long. And when I started telling people and those referral checks came in, that sure did help, because I knew I was going to stay on these products, some of them forever. I wanted to, because they made me feel so good. And what happened was right here with all of this going on in our world right now, people getting laid off in our economic crisis that's happening, I haven't had to worry about getting laid off. I haven't had to worry about if I'm going to be able to pay my bills. I haven't had to worry if I'm going to have to go stand in an unemployment line, because after only 2 years with this company, I was able to walk away from a 28-year career in finance as well. And it's kind of similar to the banking industry. And I get to spend every single day helping people be the best person that they can be, the best version of themselves that they can be. And I have joined this community of people who cares and loves for you and wants you to succeed, both in your physical goals and your financial goals. So let's talk about how to get started. We want you to find your fit. We don't want you to stress. We don't want you to stress your bank account. We don't want this to cause you anxiety. This is less expensive than a good trip, two good trips to Walmart. It's less expensive. The biggest system that we have is less expensive than your smartphone. And all of our systems and products are better than anything else on the market. We are the only company that has that our products have won awards 5 years in a row. And our systems tonight, all 4 of our starter systems come with free products tonight, just for you, for being on here. Who's excited about that? Woo! Love that. That's exciting, because it's not just a little $20 gift. I mean, when I say free products, I'm talking 2 to 3 products with every starter system, absolutely free, just for attending this meeting. So let's talk about those systems that Lisa talked about. If you want to fast track to your goals, if you want to get the best, if you want to get there the fastest, if you want head to toe wellness, you are going to want that ultimate system. That has got an average of about 20 pounds in the first 30 days. It gives you head to toe wellness. That 8-day jump start you've heard about, that includes that. It has a 30% discount right off the top just for ordering it as a system. It has almost $1,000 worth of products, and you're going to get it for $549. It also has that $100 credit in it towards your next month's purchase. That one comes with 3 products free tonight, which is over $150 more in value. The Ignite is the middle of the road package. That is still going to be head to toe wellness. It's got about an average of 14 pounds in the first 30 days. It's going to have a 20% savings right off the top. And that one has 2 free products with it tonight. Woohoo! That's about a $550 value for $349. Then one below that is weight loss only. If you are just want to focus on weight loss, or if you want to start with weight loss, that one has about 11-pound average in the first 30 days. And all of these, when I say average, everybody's different. And the worst thing you can do is compare your journey to somebody else's, because we're going to help you get there with how you need to get there. It's got a 10% savings. It is going to have a couple of free products with that too, and that's called our core system, and that one is $239. And then we've got our trim down trio, which is just a little jump starter, and that one is going to be about 7 pounds, 7-ish pounds in the first 30 days, and that one's going to be $179. But like I said, every single thing we have is better than anything else on the market. So we want you to think about your goal. Think about what is your goal. We want you to think about what is your budget. And we want you to take those two things, figure out how aggressive you want to get to your goal within your budget, and let's talk to the person who added you, and let's find your fit. And then you got to make that $35 decision. You got to make the $35 decision if you want to upgrade to that referring member and be able to tell other people and make that supplemental income and be able to pay for your products, and that way you can get whatever you want and not have to stress out about it and not have to worry about it, and you'll be able to, you know, contribute to your household finances just for the thing that the thing that you struggle with is the thing that can help you more than anything else in this world. That's the thing I say all the time. The Lord has such a sense of humor, because he took the weight loss, which has been my kryptonite my whole life, the thing that has held me back in my head my whole life. He has taken that and he is using that to help me help so many people. And that's how I make a living, with the thing that has haunted me my whole life. So what if that were to happen to you? What if that is you? What if this is the thing that you've been praying for and looking for and wanting and wishing for and just wishing it existed? I'm telling you, just like Melissa said, what's the best that can happen? It's going to work. That's the best that can happen. It's going to answer all of those issues. It's going to give you more self-confidence. It's going to make you a better mom. It's going to make you a better dad. It's going to make you a better grandma and grandpa. It's going to make you be able to get down on the floor and play with them, not have to crawl over and push yourself up. It's going to help you get out in the yard and be able to garden and do the things that you want to do that you're not able to. That's the best that can happen. And if it doesn't, we've got a 45-day empty bottle guarantee. You use the stuff and then you pack it up and send it back and get your money back for any reason if you don't like it. We've got less than a 3% return rate. It's because this works. This works every single time if you work it. You just got to make the decision that you're worth it. And you've got to make the decision that, that tonight could be the night to change your life forever. And we want to be here to help you and motivate you and encourage you and pray for you and love on you and cheer for you and celebrate with you, and also be there for you when the times are tough. So you just got to take a chance on you, take a step out in faith, and don't let fear hold you back. And so first off, that's what I'm saying tonight. Somebody, you just get back with the person who added you. They are going to hook you up and help you place your order. And there's the specials right there. So you get, I told you already, you get 3 with the Ultimate, which fantastic products, and then 2 with each of the other ones. And they're going to help you do that. Faith over fear. That's what somebody just put that in the chat. I love that. But we're going to draw for a $25 Amazon gift card. And Melissa Corbin, I'm going to see if you can look at the messages and see if you can let us know who won. Oh, wait, I got to unmute you.
I think I'm good. I was able to unmute myself. So, all right.
Gosh, I think we had, how many did we have? We had a bunch. Oh gosh.
We had 17, I think.
Woo! Okay. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's go through our little thing. Let me chat. Okay. I have David coming up on my thing as our winner tonight.
Okay. I've got his text. I will message him and let him know.
Okay, awesome.
And that is somebody that invited him that I do not know. So that's from another team. And I'm excited. Yay.
Great.
We will get that to you. We will get you that. We will get you that gift certificate, and I will get that and find out through your text. I'm going to text you as soon as this is over with. But y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us. Let us know how we can help you. Let us know if we can answer any questions for you. And just let your faith be bigger than your fear and take a step, because you're definitely worth it. Thanks, guys.
Y'all have a great night.